Have you ever wondered about how long coronavirus lasts in aerosols? Or have you ever thought about the transmission rate by an asymptomatic carrier? Well, or have you even guessed about the stability of COVID 19 in the air? Well, you don't have to worry about that because today's report will give you all the answers to your questions. You're watching TV9 News, and I'm your host, Deepak. Now, a new study which hasn't been peer reviewed yet has given details about the stability of the virus and also about the transmission rate of the virus by symptomatic and also asymptomatic carriers. Now, as part of their research, a group of scientists from the Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology and CSIR worked in three different hospitals across Hyderabad and also Chandigarh. And in these hospitals, they used an air sampler which can collect virus particles and then looked for their presence using the gold standard RT-PCR testing method. So you might wonder what they found. Well, the researchers observed that the virus particles were found in the air sampler collected from the hospitals and said that they could transiently be airborne, which means that they can last for a short time in the aerosols. They also found that the chances of picking up SARS-CoV-2 in the air is directly related to the number of COVID-19 positive cases in the particular room which from where the air samples were collected, and their symptomatic status and the duration of the exposure could also reflect upon the number of cases that would have been diagnosed in that particular room, in that enclosed environment. So now let's go over to Dr. Sitesh Roy, a clinical immunologist from Mumbai, and find out more about this particular study. Well, Dr. Sitesh Roy, what are the implications of the virus if it stays suspended for up to 2 hours when a symptomatic person stays in that closed environment?
The very first thing, Deepak, is when a person coughs, sneezes, talks loudly, sings, laughs, yells, screams in a closed environment where the virus can spread and it stays suspended in the air for up to 2 hours. Once the aerosol gets dehydrated and the airborne particles float around, it means that the people who are in that environment are at high risk of catching the infection. And this clearly indicates why clubs, pubs, restaurants, and other busy places that were closed environments become a very strong source of the infection. Also, recognizing that in healthcare facilities where patients who are at high risk of having the infection or are diagnosed with the infection are coming in contact with doctors, nurses, healthcare professionals, and other people, the risk of transmission gets higher. As a consequence of this, it becomes very important for people to realize that in closed environments also, when they are around people who are unwell or might be even asymptomatic carriers, the use of a face mask is so very important because it cuts down the transmission by anywhere between 30 to 90%, depending on the type of mask, as long as it's worn correctly. We also know that cluster spreading within families is a major issue when it comes to SARS-CoV-2 virus. And hence, if someone in the home is having a cold, cough, fever, even if they are not diagnosed with a COVID-19 infection, it is still important for them and the other family members to wear a mask because transmission in cold weather and in closed environments is at its highest.
Well, that was about the symptomatic patients. You might now want to know about the asymptomatic carriers as well. So the study found that the virus does not spread further from where the asymptomatic patients or carriers have been seated in a room without a perceived airflow due to a fan or an air conditioner. So now let's go back to Dr. Sitesh Roy and ask him about this particular aspect as well. So doctor, now this definitely has to do with the viral load. So could you please explain to us what a viral load is, and does it matter in relation to these findings by these group of scientists?
So the viral load is the amount of viral particles that can be detected on a test from an individual who is infected, even if they are asymptomatic or symptomatic. And this viral load is usually tested either in saliva or in nasopharyngeal secretions. The commonest example of how in day-to-day life we are seeing the viral load is the CT count, which is the number of cycles that are required to replicate and detect the RNA virus, the virus RNA in a RT-PCR nasopharyngeal swab test. With the viral load, we know that what the risk of shedding of the virus is from that individual. So it is estimated that a person in about 1 ml of saliva of a person who's infected with SARS-CoV-2, there will be 1 billion viral particles. And it is estimated that the infective dose of SARS-CoV-2 is somewhere between 1 to 5 million viral particles, and hence it becomes very, very clear why there are super spreaders who are found in the communities around the world who have a very high viral load and can shed it and spread it very easily, whether it is at a club, a pub, a bar, or a church, or any other situation where people may be singing, talking loudly, or doing other activities where one, they don't have a mask on, and two, they are also transmitting the virus through even their oropharyngeal secretions while talking.
Well, that was Dr. Sitesh Roy telling us about the study. Well, the study has given us more clarity over the virus's transmission routes and also about the stability of the virus in aerosols. So, the only way that you can escape these aerosol particles is to wear your masks in the right manner, and that should do to ward off COVID-19. So if you guys have liked this piece of information that I've shared with you all today, please do drop in your comments, and also do not forget to like, share and subscribe to TV9 News. Thanks for watching.